Hello everyone, I'm the Steambin Diver and welcome to Conquest Dark. This is a Vampire Survivors clone which is currently gaining a lot of popularity. It is in early access and it just recently got a lot of people talking about it. I heard from a friend it's actually pretty good, so we're going to be giving it a try. I already started the first run. I picked a Barbarian class. It asked me to select between three, I believe, procedurally generated characters. So I picked the one that starts with like a lot of attack speed and damage. So this game has actually, unlike other similar games which are just straight up clones, the Vampire Survivors, this one has a few unique gimmicks. So in this one, your character has, like in all basically other games, a health bar, which however is not your final life on your character. Unlike in most games where if your health drops to 0 you die. In this one you survive and you respawn full health, but you gain a stack of bleed from what I know, which is a mechanic which starts draining your health every second. So then you have to either build some health regen or mitigation, but we'll see if we get there. So far I see that the level up system works like all similar versions of this game. Just kind of kill the enemies, they drop like a little gem and I collect it and I get XP. Notably, this game, unlike Vampire Survivors which has an auto aim, this one I have to attack myself, so it is in this way similar to, for instance, games like Death Must Die, which has a similar mechanic. And yeah, I mean, enough yapping, let's just kind of see where this gets us. A new armor piece. So I believe the armor in this game is also roguelike aspect, so it's not something like in Death Must Die where the armor gets permanently added to your character. Let's see what we want. Critical hit chance, reduced bleed rate, also spawn a healing soul or crit damage. All damage, crit hit chance and all resistances. I'll go for all damage. I don't know if going for bleed resist is good early, even though it actually might be depending on how quickly I end up having to deal with it. But yeah, so far, actually the mechanics are quite smooth. I also forgot to mention, I mean you probably saw it, but I got this new ability called Seismic Slam, which triggers, I believe, once every 3 or 4 hits. It seems really good. Now, I don't know, I also have a dash with space. I don't know if it's a good idea to kind of stay in the same area where I start or to kind of walk around. Can I even go? Oh no, okay, I can't even go outside of the circle, so well, the game kind of solves that issue for me. I just kind of have to stay here and I guess survive for this timer, which was 10 minutes. Let's see, execute or whirlwind. Spin a set of swords around yourself dealing primal damage, or every 1 second deal primal damage up to 3 random injured enemies. I will go for whirlwind. Oh, whirlwind, is it permanently active? I think whirlwind is permanently active, so that's kind of like the Holy Bible from Vampire Survivors. Let's see. Attack reach, resist crit chance, movement speed, or primary attack ability damage. I don't know what that means. Crit hit damage resist. I'll go for attack reach and crit chance. I already have some crit chance from my last armor piece. And also attack reach I feel like will be really good because I'm right now kind of like a melee character. I do believe there are also ranged characters in this game. That's one of the 3 starting classes which I was given. Notably I think the warrior, the barbarian, and the hunter or something like that. I mean the hunter seemed ranged weapon focused. I personally really hate ranged characters in this type of game, so I of course went for the kind of like basic general melee option. Let's see. So far, nothing too difficult. I think the Seismic Slam is just really good. You're just one-shotting everything. I'm not really sure what will happen at the end because it says tier 1. It's not, maybe after these 10 minutes, I'm not sure if the run will just end. That would be a bit weird considering that the game doesn't really seem to scale very quickly right now. It might be just that the boss will spawn at that point. We'll see if I survive for that long. And I'm not just talking shit right now, but yeah, so far really reminds me of something between Halls of Torment and Death Must Die. If you know these 2 games, this feels really similar right now. Maybe a bit more roguelike because these games had a permanent loot system. Movement charges and crit hit damage. I will go for crit hit damage now because I have so much crit chance. Well, by so much, at 40%, but have pretty pretty notable crit chance, and the other two were kind of garbage. So yeah, I do notice that more and more enemies start spawning with the clock going down. So right now I'm getting spawned by like these kind of like little garrisons. You can see with, again, they all die in like, I don't think they can even reach me, like I don't even have to fight, like, oh no wait, I don't have to click, I just have to kind of like aim with my mouse. I was spamming left click like an idiot. Meanwhile, my character kind of automatically attacks if the enemy is close. I just kind of have to like aim my mouse, because auto fire basically is the best way to describe it. You probably, if my microphone picks this up, you probably heard me spamming left click like a lunatic. Now I'm being attacked by a Bone Colossus, as you can probably see. The timer stopped at 5 minutes, so I guess this was the first boss. Ah yeah, tier 2. So it actually might end after 10 minutes because it just progressed to tier 2. But we'll see, hopefully not, because then it will be quite a short run. I mean, the game did have a world map. I mean, you will see it after literally 4 minutes. As I like starting my videos like with the gameplay and not with like long menus, but let's see, leap sounds fun. Oh, that replaced my dash, that's cool. But yeah, it did have like kind of like a world map which you can progress on, and I assume like if you beat a stage, so you survived like the 10 minutes, you can probably like get through the map. Actually, kind of what it reminded me of is if you play Path of Exile 2, the map system in this game, like the overworld map kind of like hub that you can start your maps from, really reminded me of how this looked like if you play that game. Probably works pretty different because Path of Exile is not a roguelike game. But I mean, we'll see. I'm gonna keep going for Rampage because the lead looks insanely strong, just one-shots everything that I land on. Actually, yeah, it's by far my best weapon. Like the spinning swords do like 60 damage. Leap does on crit, I think like 6,000 or something. It's not even close. Yeah, 7,500. Seems insanely broken. I don't know if I mentioned this. I probably did. The game is in early access, so I am expecting to see quite a lot of imbalanced stuff, as most games in early access usually fail to balance themselves in a sometimes even comical fashion. Can you say that? Comical fashion? Yeah, I guess you can. Anyway, the next mini boss spawned. See, the mini bosses also have that bleed mechanic, so they also have a few health bars they have to go through, even though that's not really something that I necessarily have to mind all the time. So I get 3 times Stalker Boots, with these being for crit damage and the first one being for healing souls. Of course, crit damage. I'm a crit build right now, so I will go for anything crit related. I think I did not select the crit class. I think there was a class that gave me crit chance. I don't think I picked that, or actually I might have, I'm not really sure. I just clicked Barbarian without really thinking about it too much. I love playing Barbarian in games. If you've seen any video on this channel, you would have probably guessed that already. But yeah. So far, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've heard really nice things about this game, so I want to say something positive about it. But, well, I mean, it seems like a clone of other games. It does feel smooth. That's something nice I can say about it, but I don't really feel like I'm playing something vastly different. This literally feels like a different art style, slightly different mechanics. Death Must Die. Yeah, I think it feels more like Death Must Die than Halls of Torment, if I have to be honest. But yeah, not much to say. I see new enemies keep spawning, but I don't really comment on that too much because they all kind of keep just walking towards me. They do also seem to follow the same how do you say, garrison formations, maybe is the correct way to say this, that they all kind of like clump up in these little groups because they're stupid. Like an AoE. Oh wait, Commander Urian. Commander Urian can melee attack me and he does a lot of damage. Oh, okay, I just got my first bleed stack. Just as I was saying how easy it is and how the enemies have stupid AI, Commander Urian came to humble me. Yeah. Okay, that's bad. So I'm getting more and more bleed. I'm getting destroyed. Commander Urian has more range than me on his melee attack, I think. Or no, actually he doesn't. It's just that I kind of have to space myself so that he cannot come to auto attack me. I can cheese him with the leaps, I think, but the bleed is starting to get to me really notably. I already have 6 stacks of bleed, which I believe means I'm losing 6% of my max health per second. Or actually, I should have 4 stacks of bleed, because that's actually the amount of health bars I have. So I'm losing 4% of my health per second right now. I will win against Commander Urian. Oh, I cannot die from bleed, though. I think I'm right now on 1 HP. Yeah, so bleed just takes my health down, but doesn't actually kill me. That's good to know, because then it means that even if I hit max bleed, I'll just live on 1 HP. Which probably also kind of means I'm dead, but... Attack speed increase per life lost. Too much bleed for this to be good. You mean Giant's Rulish. Okay, scrap every negative thing that I said in the last 2 minutes. Commander Urian did have some cool mechanics. It did require me to actually like play the game. More crit hit chance. Give me as much crit as possible. I'm probably gonna die to bleed, but at least I'm gonna do it by while doing all the damage. Actually, if I can kill things quick enough, I full heal on level up. Is that correct? I think it is. I'm not really sure though. By the way, the seismic. Oh, also I get health by killing enemies, I think, because I just saw my health going up. So I think I can deal with the bleed, funnily enough. If I don't get hit too much, I think I can actually. I have so much like clear. I have so much AoE. I think I can deal with the bleed. Now, whether these 5 health bars that I have left will be sufficient to defeat what comes after Commander Urian is under question, but hopefully with the new crit I got, I should be fine, as I do a lot of damage. Okay, level up. Let's see. Oof, no, these are good. Chance of spawning a healing soul actually at this point might be nice because I have so much bleed. I think this 2.5% healing soul chance is actually what kept me alive. Like, I ignore them always, but I think having the ability to spawn them even with a little chance just is enough to kind of out-sustain the bleed. Yeah, it's definitely good. I just upgraded it, like, I'm not even losing health now. That was a really good choice. I should have gotten more of these. I have so much AoE. I'm not sure why, but the leap seems to trigger the seismic bash or whatever. What's this called again? Seismic slam. I'm not sure if it says it somewhere. Generating 5 energy per enemy hit. Ah, okay, I get how this works. So I kind of have energy like spenders and energy generators, I think. So like the seismic slam is an energy spender, and I think all 3 of my other abilities are energy generators. So what ends up happening is when I hit a lot of enemies with everything, I just keep spamming seismic slams. It's actually a cool gimmick. I don't think I've seen a vampire survive. I just got one shot. Oh no, okay, I just ran out the timer. Okay. I was like, wait, did I have 5 more health bars? Okay, I think that means I won the run. A little vampire survivor inspiration there with the you die when the clock runs out. Oh yeah, now you can see how the map looks like. So I just beat the gates of Karathia and then unlocked the Stygian Archive. This game had some really Lovecraftian lore, like some outer gods fell or something. I did not really pay attention, if I have to be honest. Increase armor stats? What is this? Can I upgrade anything? Oh yeah, I can upgrade using these. So the silver medals upgrade my abilities, I think. Wait, do I keep everything I gained, or can I just upgrade? No, I've never gotten disengaged, so here I think I can just generally upgrade stuff. What was good? Seismic Slam was nice, but I also kind of want to try different things. Is there like something basic I can upgrade? Let's see. Okay, I will upgrade. I'm really indecisive. That's so embarrassing. I will get. I'll just pump some. It gives me 5% damage. I'll just ignore it for now. I'll kind of like see what's fun, and I'll upgrade that. What's Altars of Power? Offer souls for all damage. Ah, this is, I think, a permanent damage. Okay, yeah. So there's a few types of permanent currency, it seems. Okay, let's go to Shifting Sands. There is a cool bone snake there, and there is no cool bone snake to the left. So we're going to Shifting Sands. Shifting Sands wants a passage for a lower caravan. Yeah, you can pause and read this. Something, overrun by demons. Something, you need to save everyone. I mean, kill all the demons. Yeah, whatever. See that before. So yeah, here you can see how it looks like the character, like selection. So I can either be a hunter, which gives me attack arc and attack speed. Again, a barbarian, and we have 2 barbarians this time, so I can do damage to elites, or attack reach and solar damage. I don't know what that means. Let's go for attack speed. Let's see Anasia the hunter. So I can now select. So here I can also get kind of like a starting passive, I think, or origin. Let's try short bows. Let's try ranged playstyle this time. I mean, I start with no weapon, but whenever I get my hands on a crossbow, yeah, or a short bow, I mean. So yeah, here there is also a solar. So there are different damage types. Primal damage or solar damage. So the right one shoots a lot faster, but does a lot less damage. But also chance to burn. Meanwhile, the first one shoots slower, gives me more energy, has a double shot chance. Let's go for a double shot chance. I think that sounds better. Wait, do I actually even... Yes, I do need to still aim, but I can lock on the targets. So now I see why the lock-on mechanic actually makes sense, because of ranged... so I don't have to like constantly be following the enemies with my mouse. I can just kind of lock them on and walk around. Okay, let's see. Chance to burn with solar damage. I just picked the non-solar option. Movement speed. For an archer, I think movement speed sounds really good. I'll go for some movement speed. Archer seems better early than Barbarian so far, because I can kind of stay away from the enemies. Even though Barbarian also was not like once I got the sword and the seismic stab, actually it was pretty good. Power shot or ricochet shot. Shoots an arrow that ricochets between enemy targets, dealing primal damage per hit with energy cost, so that's a spender. Or power shot. That's a pierced shoe, does much more damage but also costs more energy. Which sounds cooler. I think ricochet sounds better because enemies don't necessarily align. They kind of stand next to each other, but they don't necessarily stand behind each other. So unless power shot is like really wide, I think ricochet shot might be better. Now I immediately see a problem with ricochet shot, and that's that it needs to hit something to actually ricochet. So if I kill the enemy I'm shooting at with my left click, ricochet shot actually does not ricochet, which is pretty sad. Let's go for multi-shot. I'm not sure what 15% projectile amount implies. Probably that chance to shoot 2 projectiles. But in any case, I have double shot, so this gives me like, I guess that plays into that. Let's go for attack reach. That does nothing with an archer, right? I mean, probably gives me some range, but I have so much already. I'm just gonna go for some. What did I get for the second thing? I forgot already what it was, but I think it was something not bad. Okay, let's go 1.5 projectile pierce, whatever that is. Probably there is a chance to pierce 1 or 2 enemies now. I don't know how the 0.5s are run in this game, but in any case, ricochet shot, now that there are a bit more enemies, sounds really nice because it kind of just bounces around, just kills a lot of stuff. Also have an empty wound slots in my abilities, but I don't know how to really activate that. Concentrated shots. Every 2 seconds, if no enemies are nearby, shoot 1 arrow dealing lunar damage and generating energy per hit. Or every 2 seconds, shoot 3 arrows towards the closest nearby enemies. So this is Holy Wand. Burst shot is Holy Wand. The concentrated shot, I mean, that's an energy generator, and I really like my ricochet, so I'll actually go for energy shots, or concentrated shot rather. Just get as much, and I just have to stay away from enemies now, so this is kind of like, if I don't get overwhelmed, this will let me generate a lot of energy and kind of like keep fueling my ricochet. I guess kind of like a rich get richer, so if I'm already doing good, this lets me keep everything at bay much easier, but if I'm getting overwhelmed and something gets close to me, then I basically am, I'm 1 ability down in that case. But yeah, what was I saying? I got interrupted by game mechanics. I was yapping about something. I already forgot. I'll probably remember at some point. It was something that this game has that does different than others, but I already forgot what it was because my thought process got overridden by 5 hungry ghosts, which killed me in one hit. The energy mechanic. I was discussing the energy mechanic. Yeah, I remember. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is really cool. I think this kind of reminds me of Diablo. Like that game, you also had like abilities that generate like kind of like mana, and then abilities that spend it. So for the majority of the game, you kind of needed to balance around using one and then being able to discharge all your damage with the other. This game has, I mean, not really something similar because you don't really choose when to use each, but it has kind of like this resource economy going on where you use one type of abilities to fuel the other. I don't know if you can evolve said abilities. Like, it so far seems like I'm just getting passives for stuff and not actually upgrading my abilities. But let's go more damage to Kelty, just being able to one-shot stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure like if there are like skill evolutions and whether I can just upgrade like a specific skill. So far it seems like I'm more upgrading my character than specific skills, but I don't know, maybe I have to unlock them in some way, or maybe they evolve when you upgrade them in the like that world map place, because there I could evolve specific passives, which also usually you see it the other way around. Usually in the overworld you upgrade your character generally, and in the game you level up your skill specifically. In this game it seems to be the other way around. In the overworld you spec into a skill, and in game you just get like general passives and armor pieces or something. Let's see. Isukulu Zulu. Isukulu Zulu. I'm fighting Isukulu Zulu. It took me a solid 5 seconds to even. I'm fighting 3 Isukulu Zulus. I'm fighting Isukulu Zulu Sindri. Isukulu Sindizwa and Isukulu Nikutula. Okay. I can appreciate some interesting names. That's a dash upgrade. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's a good one. That's my shootable. These, no offense to the Isukulu family, I'm not gonna read them individually again, probably ever, but they do seem much easier than Commander Urian, or whatever the hell that guy's name was, who just killed 5 of my health bars. Like, other than Commander Urian, everything in this game seems super easy. Like, I've never even been... Oh, a rune. Go for a crit chance. Can I equip it on something? All of them gave me runes. Okay, can I equip my runes somehow? Maybe from the overworld. We'll see. Well, I don't need them anymore. As I was saying, the game is not very difficult. Except for Commander Urian, who just kicked my ass. He kicked me out. I mean, if I was ranged against him, maybe he would have also been kind of easy, because the biggest problem is that he was attacking with like basically the same range I was. It was a bit difficult to keep my health high. But with Archer, I mean, I do much less damage than with Seismic Slam and Leap, which we're hitting for maybe 4 times the damage I'm doing right now. But it's just so much easier to not stay in harm's way with an Archer. Not really sure which is better. Like, I mean, I think if the game gets progressively, like, numerically much more difficult, Archer will probably then be the inferior choice, because I mean, if I cannot kill the enemies quickly, I'll just get overwhelmed and face the problems I was talking about earlier. But then if the game progresses more in the skill-based department, so like the enemy health bars mostly remain the same, but like they get harder with like abilities and stuff, and the game gets more bullet helly, then Archer might actually be really good. Because it's always like, this is always the problem with these games, right? Like, how do you balance them? If you're going for just, if you make it so that the melee has bigger stats but has to like stay up close, like, how do you balance it? Do you make the enemies just like damage sponges with like a lot of damage and just make them walk straight towards you? Or do you make them like mechanically difficult with every enemy has some form of gimmick, like either explodes on death or has like some circling projectiles or something? but then you make them like less statistically difficult, because if depending on what you do, the viability of range and melee, I think, really spikes. Oh, I got lead. Really spikes in one direction, like very steeply. And I think most games are trying to kind of do a bit of both nowadays. Like both enemies get like more move sets, I guess, and more stats. But it's really difficult to actually get it right. Like most developers can't really get that right, and that's why for the most part games have really either really good melee and really shit ranged, or really good range and really shit melee. Like as I was referencing earlier, Path of Exile, which is not a roguelike game, but art style and kind of like how you look at your character reminds me of this one, so I mentioned it a lot. Path of Exile had this problem for, I mean, I think it still has, even though they mega overbuffed melee recently. It has this problem where nowadays the enemies, yeah, they're statistically pretty powerful, but every enemy has infinite attack speed, 5 undead effects, every boss covers the arena in some garbage that insta-kills you if you step on it. And then now, how do you even play melee when if you fight like any boss? Like when you play like a mage or like a ranged based character, you can just stay outside of harm's way and kill. You know, with melee you just are kind of forced to go into damage, and the damage in the game was so high that it one-shots you regardless of what your armor is or like what your health is, with certain like gimmicks, like for instance the ground effects in arenas, which I mentioned just now. Like it just sounds like this, to me, sounds probably the biggest like the biggest problem in balancing a game nowadays. Oh, power ability damage, I will get that. Rune imbuement. Which one do I want to imbue? Give me imbuement and ricochet shot. That's by far the best one. Primordial plus 2 runes. Oh, so I can select. Okay, I gave it 25 crit. That's nice. Yeah, rune system. Nothing like Diablo, but it is named like Diablo, so this game, I don't know why, for some reason, really, even though it's basically a Vampire Survivors clone, reminds me of any game but Vampire Survivors, which I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. I'll let you decide that for yourself. But like everything that happens, I just go, oh yeah, then that's like Path of Exile or like Diablo, which are RPGs. And not roguelikes. Give me more power ability damage. Ricochet is my path to victory if my character decides to shoot it. Yeah, okay. I think I giga scaled. I think I now even do more damage than the barbarian I was playing. Because I mean, I remember actually, funnily enough, I'm not sure if the stages got harder. It's like this is the second stage and I was playing barbarian in the first stage, but funnily enough, I feel like even though Archer has like a very easy time with like bosses and does a lot of damage on paper, I feel like I was having an easier time with normal enemies as a barbarian, just because I had so much AoE. Because like Archer, yeah, I can keep my distance, but like the ricochet shot, it bounces like 10 times. You know, Seismic Slam was hitting comfortably like 30 things per cast, I think. I'll reroll. All of these are bad. I mean, I would just take the thing I just rerolled, but I don't want to waste too many of them. Even though this one has 1 more minute left, I probably should have just gone with all my rerolls here. Give me some attack speed, I guess. Even though attack speed is actually pretty good, because it makes me shoot my ricochet more often, because in this game it's not cooldown based, but energy based. Going for attack speed, like, indirectly also gives me more energy, I mean, pretty directly actually gives me more energy generation, and therefore ways to like, collect my ricochet shot. But yeah, back on the topic at hand, if they made it so that, like, Archer is much worse at dealing with groups, while Barbarian is much worse at dealing with bosses, I'm really curious to see how they balance content, because how would you make it so that it feels not frustrating doing either playstyle without making the other one feel too easy, if you got what I mean. I probably said this in the weirdest, clunkiest way possible, So what I mean is, if you make the bosses feel difficult as archer, they're gonna feel completely horrible as melee. And if you make the horde survival difficult as melee, it's gonna feel completely horrible as archer. You get what I mean? Did I do any damage to the ghosts this time? Can I kill them? I don't think I can. Even if I can, they seem to have too much HP for me to deal with that right now. Let's see, what did I unlock? I think I'm gonna do one more area and call it a video, because I mean, each area is not very... What is this? The order of chests. Each area is not very long, so I think I can do 3 and call it a day. As Hunter slay enemies to gain faction experience. Bonus applies to all class, so I need to play Hunter again. Well, okay, in that case, where is you know, give me some solar ball this time. Like, give me some solar ball upgrades. Let's see, I reached the first node. Does that unlock empty rune slots or what? Or did it actually do something? I think it just unlocked a rune slot, but I'm not really sure. I mean, we're about to see. Let's go to the Chasm of Fallen Heroes. Increase enemy damage, increase enemy health per tier. Yeah, some pole, and I think from here I can get to Ruins of Zarakesh. The map is actually pretty big, it seems, for an early access game. There are a lot of locations. Anyway, let's go to the Chasm of Fallen Heroes. That sounds cool as hell. Now I need to play Hunter. Give me chance to find rare items, I guess. And here I can go for more rare items actually. Or short balls. Proficiency short balls. I'm not sure what proficiency means. I think I already have that, right? Because the green proficiency, I think, is what I don't have. You know, the gray one. Yeah. So there's actually no reason to take Hunter's Apprentice. Sure, let's go Treasure Hunter. Let's go full into rare items. Let's see whether we can do something cool with items here. Because items seem to be really good. They give like a massive amount of stats. Weapon set. I just leveled up the Solar Ball, so let's go for Solar Ball. Now this like, let's see, maybe like a burn build or something. Attacks much faster, I see already. Getting, yeah, FXP, that's the faction XP, so that's the thing I picked. Let's go for Alacrity. That's the thing I picked the Hunter for. Let's try to stacking a lot of attack speed with the Solar Ball and see where this takes us. Whether I can just go for a lot of... Last time we tried Ricochet, let's go for Power Shot this time. Let's see whether this one is better or worse. I think the blue also is not my XP, but energy, which took me an embarrassing 2 stages to realize. I always thought that was my XP. I think Power Shot is really garbage, by the way, but we're gonna see. Projectile Pierce. Even though we're stacking attack speed, getting some Pierce might be nice. Even though this is probably an anti-synergy with the Power Shot. I think Power Shot will be relevant, considering that I got a lot of Solar Ball stuff. So probably my main damage this turn will come from Solar Ball, which actually I'm not really sure how sustainable that is, because Solar Ball is just kind of like you shoot a projectile forward, which has absolutely no like area denial capabilities. Maybe I need to get some multi-shot, like the thing where, like, yeah, the projectile amount for the Power Shot. Not sure if that applies. I assume it does. But getting it like to shoot in more... Yeah, it does apply. It just shot twice, I think. Getting it to shoot in more directions could be really good. Rune Imbuement. Let's go for the Puff Fiery Short Bow. And give me crit chance. Actually, I probably should wait for the thing for attack speed for the bow. Let's see. This gives me a yellow upgrade. Yeah, it's a +1 instant attack chance. I'm not really sure what that does, but I see a better rarity. I take better rarity. Not sure what instant attack means, but it cannot be bad, right? Oh, it just it gives me a chance to multicast, basically. Okay. Burst Shot. Let's try Burst Shot this time. I'll just go for all the upgrades I didn't pick last time. Not sure if the game has more than these, but so Burst Shot just fires like a spread, like it's like only one, but instead of attacking just one enemy quickly, kind of fires like a big spread. And also what I noticed, I think the instant attack chance also applies to the burst. Because I just see it shooting a lot of times, which is really good. Like, this actually seems broken. I'm not sure how it works. But I think there is something wrong there. Like, maybe it counts for every arrow, and every arrow gives me a chance to reshoot all arrows. But this looks really, really good. Give me more pierce. I need to get some pierce. I'm gonna be relying on my energy generators and not my power shot to do damage. I probably should get all the pierce. So far, Solar Ball looks much better than the counterpart. Also can burn. I see I burned. It dealt like only 40 damage, so it's pretty bad, but still. Primary attack ability damage. So this just gives me damage for my bow. This is health, which is bad. Let's roll for like a cool item. I want to reroll these again. Ooh, for all damage and projectile amount sounds ridiculously good. It sounds like impossibly good. Give me burst shot improvement. Even though I only have this shit rune right now. Crit damage. I mean, crit damage doesn't sound shit, but I mean, I don't have a lot of crit chance right now, so it sounds good. I'm gonna go for burst shot. Burst shot actually looks very nice. Also does like pretty big damage. Took some hits there though. I think, yeah, I'm finally starting to see enemies with that shoot. They're the everybody loves the mortar enemies in every game. I swear, it's like everyone's favorite mob. Hopefully they don't get too many, because in every single game that includes these annoying pieces of garbage, when they start getting stacked together because you fail to kill them quick enough, and then they just start going like, you have 30 on the screen, they just barrage you, and like the moment you make a single misstep, you're dead. Just like getting all the faction XP. Yeah, I'm already faction level 2. I'm not sure what that does. I think it gives me like, it probably actually said what it does, but I already forgot because I'm stupid. But in the, I'll see after this how do you say, after this run, after this map. I don't even know what to call it at this point. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe the game also has an endless mode at some point, because this feels like a game which would have like a really long endless mode. Because right now I'm stacking all of these like cool items and upgrades, and then the run just ends after like 10 minutes. So I actually have to just restart again, which I think is too short. I think 10 minutes is too short for these type of games. Because now I don't feel that satisfied when I get something really broken. Because then I'm like, oh yeah, we'll just win this run, next run I have to find it again, which is kind of annoying. Let's go for rare items. Okay, a lot of attack speed and more chance for rare items. So we're getting items that give us items. Plus projectile pierce. Give me projectile pierce. I need more runes. What the hell is a spirit caravan? It's an event. I also got bled just now, which is unfortunate. I think this is something I need to kill really quickly. Give me disengage for damage. Okay. Oh, it does a lot of damage though. I can just stay in the center. I don't think I have the damage to do that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna die while trying to get the spirit caravan. Yeah, I took half my health bars because of the stupid caravan. More than half my health bars actually. Now I'm permanently with my HP. Let's see if at least I can use the life to kill one of the guys. Yeah, I did. What did they give me? Absolutely nothing. This probably gives you something really cool if you do the complete event, but since I couldn't because I'm weak, I'm on 2 HP. I'm completely cooked. There is nothing I can do. Unless I somehow get really, really strong, there is literally nothing I can do. I think getting power shot was so bad. If I had ricochet, I still couldn't have killed the caravan, like no way, but at least I wouldn't be taking that many hits from like normal enemies. Power shot basically does nothing. It's like it does 1000 damage every 40 energy to one target, or like one line of target. In contrast, ricochet was just doing like everything always. Like it killed every single enemy on the screen basically. I'll reroll for more rare in gear. Movement speed per life lost. I lost all of my lives, so this will now give me all the movement speed. Give me projectile pierce my main attack. Yeah, I have now. I have infinite movement speed because I'm on 2 lives. Okay, this actually, funnily enough, might have salvaged the run just now. Because I'm so fast, I think the enemy's slow-ass attack animations cannot, like, even, like, catch up to me. Let's go for... I don't need any more movement speed. Let's go for damage to healthy targets and some tears. I want to save my last reroll for my last armor choice. Because I have so much rare armor-like chance that I want to guarantee me getting good items. Because like some of the rare armor modifiers seems like insanely good. Like for instance, the instant attack chance just seems goated. Sometimes I just shoot twice and clear the entire screen. All of a sudden I got really strong. I think that was the massive burst in movement speed I got, but now I'm really strong. Not sure what the red thing is the permanent upgrade gimmick. Yeah, I remember. Okay, just that's how they look like. I never noticed how they look like on the ground. Give me more projectile amount. I think I need to go for a lot of amount so that I actually make power shot much useless. Oh, I just took hit from something and that instantly took me to 1 life. Okay, next hit is my last. Now we're playing the Lost from Binding of Isaac. Let's go. Okay, never mind. Now my next hit is my last. I was 1 health still means one shot left. We're playing the Lost. We're never gonna get hit again. I was so good at the Lost. Trust. It's not like I was failing like 50%, like 51, or rather I was succeeding 1 out of 50 runs. Now my lost experience in Binding of Isaac was hold R until you find something really good and then die 3 runs later. It's like reroll 40. Oh shit. Okay, I just died to a random falling rock from Zordolf the Unlucky. Sure, Zordolf. That's how we're gonna do it. Oh, I beat 1 of the 3 bosses, I think. So I can actually just replay levels even if I die. Well, anyway. Wait, can I somehow exit? I'm not sure I can exit to a main menu, so I'll just do it here, the outro segment. This was Conquest Dark. I don't know how to feel about this game. Honestly, expected much more. I expected a lot. It has actual positive reviews on Steam. I heard it's good from a friend. I expected something really revolutionary. It did bring some new mechanics to the table, but like these are just numerical gimmicks, like the energy mechanic, like the gear system. These are just numerical benefits. Like the core gameplay, the core me walking around and shooting was basically a worse version of Death Must Die and Halls of Torment. Now I get the game is in early access, so probably it will fix some of these, but. And also the fact that, I mean, maybe there is an infinite somewhere, but the fact that the run ends in 10 minutes, that's just such a slap in the face. You get like a really good run, and then by the time you got it online, you just lose. Like, or you win and then you die, which is even that kind of feels dissatisfying. Like, oh, I'm so strong, now I'm just gonna like 30 seconds later, I'm just gonna die anyway. It kinda, I don't know. Don't really know how I feel about it. It's also 10 euros. Like, even Vampire Survivors is less than 10 euros. Like, come on. Really? Like, you're gonna make your game more expensive than Vampire Survivors? I mean, it probably, this game unironically looks like it has a bigger budget than Vampire Survivors, but, or at least the initial versions of Vampire Survivors, but I don't know. Kinda disappointed. I expected a bit more, but we'll see. Like, I'm a bitch for views, so if I see that this video does well and people just love watching this game and I'm the odd one out, I'll try it again, but if just for myself, I will not play this again. Like, I will not play this off video ever. So yeah, that's my ultimate review on the game. But yeah, that brings us to the very end. Thank you very much for watching. If you reached that far, I'm really happy to have you here. If you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more of that style of content, please consider following the channel, subscribing, hitting the bell icon and all that. That would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, follow for more, and that's it.